Welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium and the Aflac Kickoff Classic, and we are excited to get this college football season underway. Welcome, everyone, to Ford Field, home of the Lions here in Detroit, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the 22nd-ranked team in the land, the Ohio Bobcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Ohio's offense will get the first possession of the game. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Man, it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win.
Gets away from one, finds room. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42. The Bobcats are in the hurry-up. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Bobcats will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Tar Heels offense will have its first possession of the game. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Out of the gun, the inside give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
Looking left with the catch. It's Meyer. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
To the air, it's Hayes. Quickly complete. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. And the Tar Heels with the 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's McNeil. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Off the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Touchdown, North Carolina! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Looking to throw, it's Akbar. Throws for the tight end. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. The Bobcats want to move quickly.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Trying play action. Got him downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. And the Bobcats are on the move. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Firing to the right, complete. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. The Bobcats have taken it inside the 20. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Deep shot for the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. Never a doubt. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Tar Heels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Running behind that left side. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. And the Tar Heels will try to pin them back with the punt. No fair catches here, looking for room. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. RPO complete to open the drive. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the Bobcats will hustle to the line.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bobcats.
That is exactly what you want from your quarterback. Hanging in there, letting the route develop, throwing the football down the field while you're getting hit, and the receiver does the rest and runs into the end zone for the touchdown.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Hayes. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He breaks a tackle. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. We've come to the end of the period. Ohio has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary.
North Carolina, 7.
They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Here's the handoff. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Tar Heels pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. And some room to work.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's complete to the right. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
The handoff as they run the counter play here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Caught over the middle. It's McNeil. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
That's a really big completion for the offense. And look, I know they didn't get the first down, but because of it, they're now set up in 4th and very short. And if you're the head coach, you're...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tar Heels! A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. To throw, it's Akbar. Gets it out fast. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. The Bobcats in the hurry-up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page.
Breaks into the open. He's inside the 40, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Ohio! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. That, his 40th career touchdown run.
This guy has had a lot of success throughout his career, but 40 touchdowns is something that's pretty commendable, David. He continues to challenge himself each and every game and every year to get better.
Yeah, just the consistency has been so impressive. The offense is built around him. Like, he's going to get the football, he's going to be featured, and still finds the end zone week after week.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Now the play fake. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it. You can tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Down the boulevard. The lead now 6 here in the second. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Back to throw, it's Hayes. Quickly complete. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. And the Tar Heels want to crank the tempo. Wants to throw on 1st down. Gets it to him on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. The sweet feet buy a little time. That's reeled in. It's Meyer. They bring him down, but not before he gets a 1st down at the 35. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Rushes on him. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Tar Heels can really attack on this 2nd and short. Caught close to the marker. It's Myers. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Here comes the heat. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. They'll immediately call timeout. The Tar Heels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Hayes. Trying to escape and get it himself. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Quarterback desperately trying to get it off, and he cannot, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half. And do you think there will be second guessing about passing on a field goal try? First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, thanks, guys. And through 2 quarters of ball, it looks like we're in for another fun one here today. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see 2 offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust. It's time to throw it back to our guys in the booth to start up the second half.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Bobcats will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. And they're trailing on the scoreboard right now, but they are very much in the mix to finish this season with a bowl win.
Yeah, and I think you look at bowl games, sometimes there's a little bit of rust in the first half. And that's what you talk about at halftime now. We get the ball, we're down. Let's go make a statement to start this second half. We're here, we're ready, and we're going to do some damage.
And here's the thing. They're in this bowl game because they're explosive on offense. It takes only one play. There's still lots of football left to be played. If they get this confidence going, they get into a rhythm, watch out.
And the Tar Heels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Hayes. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Picked off. That's number 15 on the year.
And when it's 3rd and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. Offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the 3rd quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Bobcats will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Turning it on! He's got 98 yards on the ground as he gets closer and closer to that magical 1,000-yard mark for the season. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Tar Heels now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Looking for a man, it's Hayes. got his man in the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about it.
Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Bringing the heat. Grabbed in the middle. It's Meyer. And he won't quite get there. But boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Trying to keep the drive alive. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
And the Bobcats headed quickly to the line.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver, because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route.
Oh, he's got some space. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The Bobcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to throw again. Throws to the tight end. He makes a catch. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Looking to pass. It's Akbar. Quickly to the tight end. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
At the 20, he's got space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Hauls it in. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Ohio! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the 2nd half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Ohio is on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Tar Heels moving quickly to the line.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
The Tar Heels had this offense rolling.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
It's on target and complete. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Right down the middle. It's caught. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Scanning the field, it's Hayes. He's got it. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UNC!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that side.
And the Bobcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Pulls and fired complete. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. The Bobcats will punt this one away. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They cut into this lead the last time they had it, and now here in the 4th, a chance. He lets it fly. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
Well, the offense is getting aggressive, and they're trying to take a shot on that play. Just an awesome job in coverage in the back end defensively.
From the gun, the running back has it. Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I keep feeding this guy for sure.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. Dropping back, it's Hayes. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Backed up now, here's second and long. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Tar Heels kept his drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Second down, he'll throw it. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive...
And that is interception number 3 on the day. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of them. Runs into a wall, they'll give him 1 out to the 8.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the Bobcats want to pick up the tempo. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. The Bobcats come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Bobcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Running back searching for a hole. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead. Late in the fourth quarter, inside of a minute, I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
Looking to throw, it's Akbar. Wide open downfield. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. Guys, I'm going to tell you, I just never saw this team falling into a 3-game losing streak. They are wounded, reeling, and they've had their confidence shaken.
It's been ugly. There's no other way to spin it. This is very ungood, not good. Got to find some way to get this turned around. Got to make more plays. This is something that's frustrating, but let's not let it define your dynasty, right? Fix it, get it back together, try to pull some wins, try to figure this thing out.
It's frustrating too, David, because this is a team that has a lot of talent. I think part of the problem these last couple of games now has been lack of effort. So if you're on the coaching staff, maybe you're ready to start giving new guys an opportunity to see the field and just see what they can do.
That's going to do it for us here, and for these two teams, that's going to do it for a season. Another bowl game in the books, and a season is wrapped. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer and our entire crew behind the scenes, I'm Reese Davis signing off, and we'll see you next season for another presentation of EA Sports College Football.